Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join me. It's another watch-along. Derby versus Swansea tonight. Let's be honest, QPR versus Stoke wasn't the most amazing game we've ever seen, but it was a good time, actually. We had a good old debate over there in the comments. So good bit of fun. Let's see if Derby and Swansea can give us a better game tonight. They are, well, I'm a little bit late, to be honest. I'll apologise. They're going to kick off in about 5 or 6 minutes. So we'll go through the teams pretty quickly. But I had it queued up to start at 5:30 when the game started at 5:30. And then to stream it to Facebook, I then needed to delay it 5 minutes. And then I pressed the button and I didn't go live. What a mess. What a day. I think I need a drink. There we go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here, for goodness sake. Let me know. You can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. Apparently, I look like a potato in the review stream at lunchtime. So hopefully I look less like a potato, or maybe I still look like a potato, but the picture's absolutely fine. Hey, that's okay, isn't it? Get your predictions in for this one. As ever, I have done a poll and then obviously not remembered to go and take a screenshot of it. I'm having a bad day, aren't I? Do you know what it was? It was the Slaven Bilic thing throwing me out. I had everything planned, and then just that one extra bit of content in the middle really hit me for 6, didn't it? Anyway, you might have heard the camera shot there, which means that I have just quickly screenshotted the poll. And what did the viewers of the channel think there? 147 votes. Wow, look at that. Swansea, 71%. Of voters there going for a Swansea away win. Only 11% going for Derby, 14% on a scoring draw, and 5% on a goalless draw. Please, no more goalless draws, whatever does indeed happen. Right, let's have a look at the teams and then we'll get into your comments. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, although I can actually see it. It's when they have striped kits. Maybe I should just go and get my eyes tested in my old age. Right, there's the Derby team. Marshall, Byrne, Wisdom, Clark, Buchanan across the back. Air Buchanan, as our subscriber Lewis likes to call him. Look out for his prodigious leaps. Let me know if the audio is okay, guys. A bit distorted earlier on. No Curtis Davis, who I think one or other of McLaren, Rooney or Rossinia actually is quite a fan of, but he's not fit. Bielik has come back, and that's coincided with the unbeaten run recently for Derby, and Shinnie in with him in the double pivot there. Now, I'm a bit confused across the front there whether Jason Knight will play at number 10 or Martin Waghorn will play at number 10. Waghorn is one of the victims of his own usefulness. You get footballers like that, and he gets moved about all over the place. Oh, Sky, I've got Jason Tyndall in the studio. That'd be interesting. I'd like to hear what he's got to say, but I'm too busy talking over him. So yeah, Knight, Waghorn, and Josviak there in whatever configuration. To be honest, all three of them could play in all three of the different positions there. Kazim Richards up top is a bit of muscle. Not many goals yet. I think he's got 1 goal, hasn't he? And that rounds out the Derby team. Oh, my phone is disturbing me. Let's just put it on flight mode. Go away, everybody. No offence. Roos, Forsyth, McDonald, who I've heard good things about, but you've got to be good if you're wearing 99 on your shirt, haven't you? Evans, Holmes, Sibley, Bird, Stretton is 98 as well, and Hector Ingram. Yeah, looking forward to seeing Stretton and McDonald in the end. Like I say, I've been told they are the next off the grid in this excellent Derby youth academy system. There's your Swans team. Nice, settled for them. We saw them on Sunday, didn't we? Dispatch Cardiff in the Welsh Derby. Good performance. That Woodman in goal. That's the same back three, isn't it? Norton, Bennett, Guay. The wing backs are really good, actually. Bidwell and Roberts, especially Roberts, actually. He's having a really good season. Smith will probably sit. Grimes is sort of naturally left-footed, isn't he? So he'll probably play left centre and Fulton right centre the way they've got that. Although if they are missing a sort of number 10 factor, there. Maybe Grimes will advance a little bit, but plenty of possible rotation in that midfield three. Ayew, big fan, great player. And Lowe, who I'm now saying, can he do a Watkins and convert from the wing to a championship striker? 2 goals at the weekend. The second one was brilliant, wasn't it? He pulled the Tarabd move, dragged his foot across the top of the ball, outside of the right foot into the corner. Great goal. Can he reprise that performance today? There are the subs. Bender, Cabango, Manning, Palmer, strong. Danda, Routledge, Gyökeres, Garrick, Cullen as well. So we never see Manning really, but we may well see Palmer if they do need an actual number 10, or Danda, of course, in that same position. I'll get to your comments momentarily, I promise, because Swansea can split the parachute cartel today. A draw for the Swans will put them level on points with Watford. A 3-3 draw will put them into 3rd place, or more simply, a victory will put them there. Derby can they come out of the bottom 3? They'd need a heavy win and a Rotherham defeat. What's Forest? -11. You can see the trouble with Derby. They just don't score any goals, do they? 8 goals in 18 games. Horrible. Anyway, shall we read your comments as we go ahead into this one? So much football being played, so looking forward to it. Yes, we've got the Amazon Premier League games. Actually, keep me in touch with those if you're watching. They kick off at 6, don't they? 3 games in the Premier League. And then, that's a good point, actually, James. Let's just bring up the other Championship games later on. And you will see, if I click the right button, that, hang on, sorry. We have Cardiff and Birmingham, Borough and Luton, Blackburn and Rotherham, Coventry and Huddersfield, and Reading and Norwich is 8 p.m. On Sky. I felt like I picked the wrong game last night, that we should have done Watford and Brentford later, but taking the opportunity to have the early night and go and watch TV with the missus afterwards. So fingers crossed this is a cracker. Come on, Swansea, says Nat with his Sheffield Wednesday hat permanently on there. Logan, can you keep an eye on Leeds for me? I don't. Do you know what? I could put Prime on one of the. I've got a phone and an iPad there, so I could do. Maybe we'll do that. Someone remind me at 6 o'clock to do that. Alex, come on, you Rams. Any more Derby fans in? Let me know. Most chances created behind Emi Buendia is Connor Roberts. That's sensational from a wing back when you consider how good Buendia is as well. Goodness me. Harry is here. Up the Villa. They play tomorrow, don't they, against Burnley. Allardyce in. Yes, I just tweeted about that. We have a video up. Charlie, the legend. Now, we need to give him a shout out. Sorry, I was in such a rush, Charlie. We give you a shout here because you sponsor this show, don't you? Sorry, matey. Fan sponsor is Charlie, 30 years of loyal real. Here's to many more. He's looking forward to Reading, or a bit nervous about Reading later. And you can support Charlie's fundraising efforts there, www.depop.com/ReadingFan21. If you want to sync up, we are about to kick off. I'll give you a timestamp as we go in. Andre Ayew is ready. And when I do this, it's kickoff. There we go. So if you want to sync up, that's how close you need to be. And of course, I'll do a sync later in the games. Up the Swans, says Adrian. Yeah, keep us in touch with that one. Owen says 1-0 Swansea. Aged out of the game. Allardyce will do as well as Pulis and Houghton. Tyndall said nothing of any great interest. Thank you, Chris. Never mind. Alex, optimistic, go for a Derby win. Stephen's going for a Swans win. And I think we are all good. Right. Keep your comments coming in. I'll just update the banner to tell everyone it's 0-0. I've literally not watched 1 second of this first 44 seconds. Let me know if you want a timestamp and we'll do one. But here comes Joshviak down the left-hand side for Derby. Norton levers him off the ball there and trots away, having conceded a free kick. Anyone know who that ref is? Let me know in the comments. I'll play Ref Watch today. Bits' bet today is A bit Swan-centric, this one. He's bet on 2 Swans goals and 5 corners and 2 bookings for Derby. It's not to say Derby wouldn't score 4 goals to the Swans 2, but that's what the bet is. Free kick to Derby. Shinny has it on the left-hand side. Excellent beard Shinny is sporting there. Oh, man. Shinny raises one hand, pings the free kick in from the left. Waghorn was free-ish, as in from a standing jump about 12 yards out, and he heads it straight into Woodman's arms. Grimes has got it for Swansea. And now Guay and Bennett. Here comes that familiar pattern of attack from Swansea. They'll go from side to side, and then they'll try and overload with one of the wing-backs getting forward, one of the forwards and one of the central midfielders moving out. There's the switch to Bidwell. He plays it up the line to Lowe. Lowe plays it into the channel, but Grimes did not continue the run. Men forward there. Steve Cooper looks on. Pretty nonplussed by that giveaway of the ball. Lost 6 of 32 away games with Swansea. That's a good record, isn't it? Good manager, Steve Cooper. On the wine, goals aplenty. Hope so. Evening, Ben, from a despondent Bristol City fan. Don't you worry, Liam. You'll be back. You always are. You know what Borough are like? We win one comfortably and then lose the game up. Who have Borough got tonight? Luton. And Luton will beat you if you have an off day. Not the team to play if you are going to have a bad day. Another free kick to Derby. Chance to get it in the box. Clark's gone up. Bielik's gone up. Shinny's going to take it left-footed again. This is one place where they miss Rooney. It's helped on. Big chance. And that is the opening goal. Colin Kazim Richards has scored for Derby. We waited 2 hours last night and didn't get a goal. We've waited 3 minutes tonight. Cleverly worked. Free kick by Derby County. They sent all the big runners across to the near post. The ball went out to the back post where, and forgive me, was it Buchanan? Someone is one-on-one with their man. They get the touch on it. Is Buchanan. And Kazim Richards puts it in. Well-worked free kick by Derby, and they have the lead in this one. Honestly, I think because we know Buchanan's so good in the air, I think the actual plan was probably that he's going to jump for that and win that as a header, but he ends up actually helping it on the volley, Buchanan. Kazim Richards finishes it off, just prods it in. We have a goal early in this one from Colin Kazim Richards. Well done, whoever came up with that set play on the training ground. They need credit because they have scored early on Derby, and it looked very, very deliberate what they were trying to do. Get your thoughts on that in the comments. It is 1-0 to Derby County. Kazim Richards with the goal. Here comes Swansea down the right, and I think they have won their first corner. Excuse me, pressed the wrong button. Right, we'll have that scrolling along the bottom. And we're all set up. Wayne Rooney watches on. Gavin Ward. Thank you, Chris. Referee Ward. Let's write that down. I will forget. Alex says, I think I need to clean my glasses. Has that just happened? Yeah, clever free kick. We see Brentford do that a lot with Pinnock, don't they? Leave him one-on-one with someone, send everyone else elsewhere. Corner comes in from Swans, headed clear, nodded back on by Bidwell to Roberts. Sorry, it's Fulton. Kazim Richards picks it up. His tail is up, figuratively. And Joshviak has it. Derby with an early lead in this one. Burn. Give and go there. He gets it back. They still haven't reset from the corner, to be fair. Burn was in the left back position there. The Coca-Cola kid scores. Why is he the Coca-Cola kid? Explain that one to me. Was he in a Coca-Cola advert or something? Nobody's expecting that one. Yeah, least of all the Swansea defenders. Good free kick. Yes, Liam, we will be here for, it's 8 p.m, isn't it? Preston, I can't see on my whiteboard. Yeah, Preston, Bristol City. Up the top there. Carl says, heaven's sake. Bit says this is good for Swans. Yes, fans in at Reading tonight for the game against Norwich. Charlie is predicting a 3-2 to the Canaries, which put them back on the top of the division. Buchanan with the throw-in. Tosses it down the left-hand side. Kazim Richards heads it on. Waghorn battling with Guayi, and Shinnie's nicked it off him. Shinnie now getting away down the left-hand side, looking for Waghorn, but good defensive midfield play there from Jay Fulton. He's on the cover. Here come Derby again, who have started well. Burn coming down the right. Knight back to Burn. Swans in a good defensive shape now. Derby don't need to force this now they've got the lead. They almost want to just sit off a little and try and draw Swansea out, who've got a very good defence. Buchanan plays it back to Clark, who tries to switch the play, and Bidwell heads it clear. James says, nice one. Thanks, guys. As a Canary, best of luck, but I hope we can edge you out later. Lewis is here. Come on, Lewis. We got Derby on and you're winning. Enjoy it. It's been a rarity this season. Cod's Vlogs, excellent. Go and subscribe to Ben. Brilliant Fleetwood vlogger. And I will admit here, knows way more about League One than I do, even though my team's in it. Very knowledgeable chap. Go and subscribe to Cod's Vlogs. Good guy as well. Do I know when the tiers are reviewing again? I've got no idea. But every decision has lasted for 3 weeks throughout all of this, hasn't it? A Brighton fan won a Coca-Cola competition. So, really? Wow. That sort of thing never leaves you, does it? Into Waghorn. Waghorn's got it in the box here. Waghorn puts it across. Kazim Richards. Oh, if he could have won that header there against Norton, he was 2 yards out there. Waghorn does well, bustling in the middle, and manages to flip it across. It was just a straight ball over the top. Nothing really in it, but Waghorn does really well, actually. It's Buchanan. Waghorn runs off the back of Guayi. Great touch by Waghorn. Flicks it in. Oh, it's good defending by Norton. If he lets Kazim Richards have a free header at that, he's scoring. Or even just not contests it as well. Oh, Norton's done really well there. If, as I say, that's a second goal for Kazim Richards. If Norton, who is the furthest, he's on the cover, isn't he? Because he's the right-hand side of the three centre-backs. Good defending. But really good start by Derby there. Well on top. We're going to see the goal again. I do think Shinnie underhit that free kick, but the movement of the players in the box seemed very rehearsed, and they did well. Kazim Richards just runs off Connor Roberts and puts it into the net. And that was just 3 minutes in. Kazim Richards looks like possibly got a bump on the head. They're just doing the concussion protocol now. Wayne Rooney calmly watches on. Liam Rossini is more of a shouter, isn't he? Lewis says, we scored from a set piece. What? A very good set piece as well. A well-rehearsed, not perfectly executed, but a well-rehearsed set piece as well. Nice job. And you would have loved that one, Lewis, because the idea was to get Air Buchanan one-on-one with, I don't know who he was one-on-one with, but at the back post whilst everyone else run. Good planning. And what I say in the A-team, I love it when a plan, someone give me the quote. I can't remember. You're very welcome, Ben. And bits adds to Ben, the Cods Vlogs there. I enjoyed Fleetwood away last season with the Ipswich fan zone, guys. You've probably been on his channel then, wouldn't you? I think Ipswich fans loved Fleetwood. His new stadium, wasn't it? Tick that one off on the ground hopper. Before Fleetwood go past us in the pyramid. On Kazim Richards, Jack says, signed for Brighton for $250,000. A fan won the sum for the club in a competition. Wow. The Coca-Cola kid. Love it. Brilliant. Will says, score. It's on the screen, my friend. On the screen. Norton nods it to Bennett. And Woodman clears it. Buchanan heads it back. And Norton has it again. Norton, excellent defending there to stop Kazim Richards getting a second goal. Here's Roberts, who I've been very impressed with, the right wing back. Although he did just lose Kazim Richards for that goal, didn't he? Shinnie has got it. Shinnie plays it across to Knight. Grimes nicks it away from him, but Wisdom picks it up. Burn goes home. To Marshall. Do I know what UTC means? It's not obscene, is it? Up the something. Yoshviak coming down the left-hand side to Shinnie. Shinnie's burst into the box there. Norton does well again. Apart from his early foul on Yoshviak, he's having a good game, Norton. Here's Buchanan coming down the left. And he dribbles it out of play. Top up needed already. Are we? Where's the camera? Which one am I using tonight? It's that one. There we go. Up the Cods. It's a Fleetwood takeover here. Deary me. Good club, Fleetwood. Forest dominated Sheffield Wednesday. Deserved. Yes. In the game no one could afford to lose last night. Forest got the victory. Big win. Good one for the Forest fans, that one. Last night. Can we get that elusive second goal? That is probably the most pertinent question you could have asked, Lewis, isn't it? Because you think Swansea are going to create some openings in this game, especially. We know they're a good defensive side, Swansea, but they're also a good flowing passing side. And now Derby have the key to draw them out. So if you're a Derby fan, you just want them to make Swansea work for it now. Draw them out and then try and get Yoshviak and maybe Buchanan up the field on that left-hand side. Get Waghorn up supporting. And although that said, Derby have been on top really for the majority of the game, I have to say. So maybe that second goal will come. As Bidwell fouls Burn. Good performance, this. Biggest club in the land. There might be a few in a queue ahead of you, Ben, there, but there you go. Marco is here. Says Swans will win 2-1. Should have been 4-0. Couple of balls in front of Taylor. Graben back, yes, and Graben straight in the goals. A championship bagsman, as my friends on the second tier pod would say. Free kick to Derby. Again, this is the sort of third decent position free kick that they've, before anyone asks, like you always do. Head honcho, Chilean Merlot, headed down by Bielik, and easy for Woodman. Do I know who Gogsy? Of course I know who Gogsy 99 is. I've done the thing with Ben, actually, Cod's Vlogs, the Football Vloggers podcast with both of those guys before. Here is Bielik. Drives forward and plays that to Yoshviak. 1v1 with Norton. Yoshviak engages. Comes back outside. They're doubled up on him, actually, Fulton and Norton. And it's a corner to Derby, who, I mean, we're 15 minutes in. It's been all Derby. Playing really well, actually. But when you're down the bottom of the league, you like Lewis said in the chat, you want that second goal, don't you? Because teams down the bottom, before that confidence builds, crumble under pressure, don't they? So corner for Derby. Bielik and Kazim Richards are forward. Shinnie's going to take it left-footed. In it comes from Shinnie. Headed goalwards. I think that was Bielik. Yeah. And he puts it over the bar. Bits says it would be good to see Derby force a few corners. Remember, Bits' bet tonight. 2 goals and 5 corners for the Swans and 2 Derby bookings. He needs Swansea to get more of the ball, I think, because it's been all Derby so far, hasn't it? Bits said, sorry, I was going to read Lee's comment. Bloody Nora, Derby winning. Yes, they are. Cleared there by Wisdom. They're looking for Ayew. That is the first time I've mentioned Ayew. Probably potentially the most critical player on the pitch. He's not had the ball so far. Shows how well Derby have started in this one. But Swansea have won a free kick. Roberts has gone down. Shinnie looks to the heavens. Referee Ward has penalised him. It did look like Roberts actually kicked Shinnie with his follow through there. Interesting. Roberts is going to take the free kick. So I hope he's not too injured. He's limping about. We'll see how his run-up is when it comes to take the free kick. High line held by Derby. He's gone short to Grimes. Grimes hits it long range. Deflected. Ooh. Jamal Lowe was chasing it in. David Marshall didn't know whether to come or stay there. And the ball's got loads of backspin on it there. And it could have fell into Lowe's path. But Marshall did judge that just about right. How is that a foul, Jesus? You're not calling me Jesus, are you, Lewis? I know you're not. We know the rules for calling me Jesus. Oh, by the way, there's the new, in honor of the outgoing US president, yesterday, which very popular, I introduced the fake news, naughty step. What do we call it? Yeah. So if anyone says there's a goal when there's not a goal, they're going on the fake news naughty step. In fact, if they say anything ridiculous, anybody, I'm putting you on the fake news naughty step. And comments about my hair will also incur the same punishment. Here comes Wisdom, dribbling it out. Bielik plays it back to him. In it goes to Waghorn. Oh, I miss Waghorn, dearie me. Anyway, it's not about Ipswich tonight, is it? Oh, that's it. Sorry, the fake news sin bin. Thank you. The fake news sin bin. How come you guys know my gimmicks better than I do? The fake news sin bin. Everybody does. Here is Bielik. Bielik to Knight. Oh, great stroke by Knight. He's hit the post. Wow. What an effort that was. I think Woodman is beaten by that one. Knight hit it from miles out. Smashed it with his right foot there. Hits the post. Unlucky. Wow. I haven't seen a replay of that, but that was one of those shots where you see him lining up for it and you think, no danger, no danger. And then it's flying towards the goal. Deary me. We'll wait to see a replay from that from Sky Sports. Brilliant effort by Jason Knight. Hits the post. And to Lewis's comment early, Derby really need that second goal, don't they? Because they're creating chances. I mean, this is not even an eighth of a chance here, but it's a great... I think Woodman's got a hand to that, actually. Let's have a look. Yes, he has. In which case, I'm going to review my position on that because I think he could have got a firmer hand on that. I think the ball is sort of swerving as Knight hits it. And I think Woodman's a bit unsure. Maybe he needs soft hands and tip that around the post or a good punch. So, maybe I changed my mind a little bit on that. We're playing. So Lewis has been all Derby for 20 minutes now. All Derby, I have to say. No, excuse Warburton for playing 2 strikers if you'll let them train together. Birmingham are going to win 3-0 tonight. Don't worry, Jay. You're not going in the fake news sin bin. Long ball forward there, flicked on by Kazim Richards. It goes through and knocked back to Woodman. And that press of Derby's looks good. Playing well, aren't they? Derby are playing like a top 6 team. Should we look at the numbers, actually? Might not get any better than this. I know what it's like to support a team that's in a bad run of form. Look at this. They are, in terms of output, they're dominating this game. Look at that. 1 big chance, 5 shots inside the box, 5 total shots to 1, 3 shots on target to 0. And let's be honest, we don't have a stat for territory there. But if I did bring up heat maps, Derby would be well advanced, wouldn't they? Here is Corey Smith, who has to play back. Excellent press by Shinnie there. Bielik in makes the tackle, and God, they're at it, Derby, aren't they? Clark then big tackle forward, and Waghorn then. So 4 examples in a row of Derby winning 50-50s in about 10 seconds there. Can they score the second goal? Here's Shinnie. Burn. Burn comes inside Bidwell. Bielik. He's a calm player, Bielik, isn't he? Yoshviak's coming off the left. Shinnie gets it back. Shinnie to Clark. Back to Bielik. Bielik is the fulcrum in the middle there. Spreads it out to Burn. And good football this. Knight comes down the right-hand side. Knight crosses in, looking for Waghorn on the near post. Headed out by Bennett. Swansea cannot get out. All Derby. I repeat, all Derby. This is not the team that's been so rubbish all season, isn't it? Brilliant this from Derby, says Stephen. I agree. Liam says, can't see Swansea playing worse than this so far. Well, they're not being allowed to play. They're going to have to earn the right to get into this game, aren't they? Alex says, am I actually watching Derby? Yeah, playing really well. Ayew wins a free kick from Clark. Now, and I don't want to tempt fate, and you Derby fans are going to hate me for saying this. What normally happens to teams who are struggling in the table is they play really, really well. And then the first opportunity the team who's higher up in the table gets, they stick it in the net, and then all the confidence saps out. So they need to be stoic and stable at the back here, Derby, as well. Grimes, nice ball around the corner to Bidwell. Burn presses, and they've had to go back. Norton has got it. He plays inside. Good press again from Knight. Derby looks solid. Grimes has had to come all the way back in between the centre halves. Good pass, though, by Grimes to Fulton, to Bidwell, to Jones, and Wisdom gets across on the cover. There, 23 minutes gone, 1-0. Derby versus Swansea. And Derby, very good value for their lead, I have to say. Is it a case of Swansea being poor, making Derby look good, or are Derby actually on fire tonight? I think Derby are making Swansea look bad, to be honest, Jay. The other way round. I haven't given them a kick, really. Very good performance. Ben, you heard the latest. We signed Santa, going to pay him with mince pies. I think QPR Forever is literally asking to go on the fake news. What was it? The fake news sin bin. In the fake news sin bin, not on the fake news sin bin. I will consider my position on this. Why has Mel Morris not got his mask pulled up above his nose? He can do what he likes. He owns the stadium. Or does he? Or does another company owned by Mel Morris lease it to Mel Morris? Let's not get into that again, shall we? Perfectly legal under EFL rules. Norton plays it into Grimes. Big switch of play by Grimes. Lovely pass that. All the way out to Bidwell. Bidwell chests it down. He wants a runner ahead of him, and he gets one. It's Fulton in the left wing position. Fulton up the line back to Guay. Grimes. Helped on to Norton. A good bit of territory here for Swansea. They've got plenty of men forward. Derby plenty behind the ball, though. Norton to Smith to Roberts. Good football. Back to Norton. Norton clips it to the back post. Bidwell beats Waghorn in the air easily, but Burn sweeps it up, and Derby get it away. That's the first proper look at Swansea we've got there. Oh, Michael Dell owns the stadium. What's the name of the company? I'll ask Kieran Maguire on that one. He listed all the names of the companies that have been set up for that transaction. Now, here is Lowe. He's not going to keep that in, but he has won a corner. They're going to try and take this quickly. Josviak is alive to it. How many corners is that? A second corner now for Swansea, but everyone's walking away. What went on there? Oh, it wasn't a corner after all. Referee Ward has overruled his linesman. Apparently there's an offside and it looks like the ball's burst or something. Dave Marshall goes to get another one. 27 gone. Just last couple of minutes, the first signs of the Swansea that we're used to this season, because we're not getting the derby that we're used to this season. They're playing really well. On the front foot, made some chances, pressing, dominating the ball, dominating the territory. We're not dominating the ball, but the usage has been very much in Derby's favour. Grimes knocks that out to Bidwell. Bidwell back inside to Guay and Bennett. Grimes is coming very, very deep. I had that midfield shape all wrong, but maybe that's just a reaction from Steve Cooper to how well Derby have played, particularly just to move him away from Shinnie and Bielik, to be honest, and try and draw them out, or at least have... he's probably their, other than AU obviously, but he's probably their best player on the ball, Grimes, and probably just want to get him away from Bielik and Shinnie so he can actually do a bit of work. Marshall clears it down the pitch. Enjoy the Leeds game, Leeds 2020. Is it 6 o'clock already? Do you know what? I'll stick that up on Amazon Prime. I don't think Shaylee's watching anything on that downstairs. But I will turn the sound off just so we can see what is going on down there. It's a throw in, by the way, to Bidwell down the side. Oh, for God's sakes. I put my phone on flight mode and now 1,000 notifications are coming up. And I can't press a button without hitting any of them. Deary me. Long ball forward, easy for Guay. Bidwell's got it, but referee Ward has pulled it up for a foul. I'll get my arm out of this shot in a minute. Hang on. Prime Video. Premier League. How do I get this? Leeds, Newcastle. There we go. Watch live. If only you could see this now. A man cave type dream. I have my big TV with one match on and my phone with another one. But I'm going to have to put that on sideways. There we go. 2 football matches at once. You got to love it. So I can keep you in touch if anything happens in the Leeds Newcastle game. I'm not going to read your username, but I will say DCFC for life. And very well, they're playing too. Nathan Byrne is going to take the throw in. 30 minutes gone in this one. It's flown by, actually. Decent pace to this game. Much of it coming from sort of Derby's good press, I think. Just speeds everything up, doesn't it, when you have a team with a energetic press. And with 5 subs now, you can change your pressing strategy a little bit, knowing that you can essentially replace half of your outfield players. Especially when you have people like Max Bird, Louis Sibley, young, energetic players. We have a midweek super stream. Yes, we do, Bits. What other Premier League games have we got, guys? 2 football matches, well streaming, multitasking. I'm drinking as well. Unbelievable scenes. Free kick. for Derby in a nice position again. I think Burn is going to take this one. Puts it in. Waghorn's on the near post. Grimes half gets it clear. Waghorn goes 50-50 with Lowe, but Swansea do get it clear. Knocked forward. Yes, huge fan of Waghorn at Ipswich. Brilliant player. Not a good defensive player, I have to say. But superb attacking player. Can we have some more corners? They'll come, don't you worry. Thanks, Liam. Leicester versus Everton and Arsenal Southampton. I was going to talk about my fantasy team there, but being as I had Kevin De Bruyne triple captain last night, I think we'll avoid that subject today. Pathetic management by me. And to think I'd come on here and criticise real football managers when I'm that bad in the fantasy game. Nodded on by Mayhew. Oh, two Derby players go for the same header there, and Mayhew shanks the volley wide. If you're a Derby fan, the less I mention Mayhew, the better, to be honest. And I've not mentioned him very much. Lowe flicked it up in the air. It's poor from it was Buchanan and Bielik both jumped for the ball. Both good headers, but communication wasn't quite there. Yes, I used my triple captain. To be honest, I'm quite pleased I've used it now, Noah, because at least it's not going to be there on my shoulder, yapping away every week when Mo Salah has a home game against a low-ranking team. I've done it now. It's gone. Just a second wild card for me to waste. Here is Wisdom. Wisdom plays it back to Marshall. And Clark. Now, don't mess about with it here, Derby. Marshall does indeed not mess about with it. Plays it long, and it's headed away by Gray. And Fulton wins the throw-in for the Swans. 33 minutes and 39 seconds gone in this one. Bet you're buzzing we're winning. Oh, dear. That has to be the worst bit of fake news, doesn't it? Me being anti-Swansea. Do me. Excellent side, Swansea, of course. Gray clears it out. Buchanan's got it. Edge of the box. Poor ball by Buchanan. Josviak, well positioned, but poor clearance. Recycled by Shinnie, who's been in the right place in the right time a lot this game. Shinnie plays it inside to Bielik. Bielik back to Shinnie. Not so good with the right foot, but he still finds Wisdom. Wisdom to Josviak. Good football, Derby. Knight down the side to Burn. They've worked this quite well, actually. Burn just slows it down, but we know he's a good attacking fullback from his time at Wigan. Back to Bielik. Bielik, nice feet. Nice feet for a big man. There you go. Classic football cliche there. Clark. Swans, good defensive shape here, but they've played Shinnie into the channel. Shinnie closed down by Grimes. Shinnie gets it across. I think he was hoping to win a corner off Grimes there, and Bennett gets it clear. Oh, nice play by Jason Knight there. Ball way up in the sky, and he brings it down beautifully with one touch. Oh, Bielik, brilliant part. Oh, Bielik there, lovely, really imaginative reverse ball. All the way down through the middle there. Nearly took out the whole defence. Waghorn made the run. Just a bit too much on it. Ben, double game week in 19 should have been the trip. I don't know, do I? I just make the videos about it. There we go. Evening to Hamza. Our West Brom friend reacting to Big Sam, no doubt. Clark plays it back to Marshall. Back to Clark. Yeah, we talk about that at half-time. If you guys want, you talk about what you like at half-time. You set the agenda in the chat. Here comes Josviak now, coming in off the right. Tries to play it inside the fullback. Ambitious pass, couldn't pull it off. Waghorn, big press on Woodman, who then rushes the goal kick. And turns it back over Woodman, and Derby have got it again, playing ever so well. Here's Knight into the right channel, tries to cross, deflects off Grimes, Waghorn knocks it off. Josviak, big chance, 2-0. Wow, well deserved as well, and it's a great finish by Josviak, touch and finish with the left foot, and it is 2-0 to Derby. Wayne Rooney smiles, but he's got this bang on. It's 2-0. Derby playing really, really well, and a very well-deserved second goal there. Excellent bit of quality by Josviak to finish it off. But Waghorn in the first instance, really good. It all came from their good pressing as well. It's clipped into the channel. Knight goes down the right-hand side. The cross is deflected. Waghorn alive to it, just lays it off. And from then on, it's brilliant from Josviak, actually. His first touch completely kills Ryan Bennett. We're just watching the replay here. Waghorn knocks it back. It's a sublime first touch by Josviak with sort of the instep of his right foot, just totally mugs Bennett off with that touch. And then he slams it into the corner with the left foot. Lovely technique. Rising, keeper no chance. 2-0 Derby. Excellent from Josviak. Excellent from Derby and Rooney and Rossini and McLaren. 2-0. Really good performance. Really good goal. And they're really good value for it, guys. Get your comments in on that. It's 2-0 Derby and really well deserved. And excellent performance from the Rams in this one. Wow. Great time to score. What a half for Derby. Indeed. Well-deserved Derby. Derby playing like Bayern Munich. The Polska King running down the wing. I think Ben's dropping the fake news. There's no way Derby winning 2-0. What the hell, Swansea, says Carl. Really good performances. So, but now here come the Swans. They're down the left. Oh, went for the cutback there. It was Fulton. He was trying to pick out Corey Smith as everyone moved in on the goal and couldn't quite commit the cross to Fulton. Sorry, a bit shell-shocked by this very complete performance by Derby so far. Brilliant stuff from Rooney and Rossini here. Kazim Richards, good chest down there. Slides into the tackle, wins that, and then draws the foul. Excellent play by Kazim Richards. Up top. And 2-0 Derby. You hadn't predicted that. Oh, my God, go Derby. Think I might pass out. Currently wearing my Josviak home kit. Lovely goal, wasn't it? And don't underestimate that first touch as well, because Bennett goes to close, and it's just a lovely touch around him. And Bennett's done from then on. And he sets himself, left foot, half volley. Get your head over it. Is your technique good? Yes. Smashes it into the corner. Lovely goal. Lovely goal, as Barry Davis would say. Free kick Derby into the box. Headed away. Burn gets it back in. They look a bit punch drunk, actually, Swansea. Shinnie. Can he get it out wide? They've won another free kick, actually. Wow. I mean, there can only be a drop-off from this level of energy and this level of quality we've seen from Derby in the second half. Probably what Steve Cooper's waiting for. He did not plan for this, did he? Leeds and Newcastle played 11 minutes. 11 minutes and 11 seconds, it says. They're 0-0. It's probably more what you wanted to know. Martin Waghorn is behind this free kick. It's miles out, 35 yards out. Looks like he might fancy a shot here. He does not. Clips it over to the side of the box. Bielik is there with Bidwell. Bidwell's won it, and Fulton clears up the line. Not the greatest free kick Martin Waghorn's ever taken. Get rid of the wine. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Carl. What a finish from Josviak. Great finish, wasn't it? Shinnie's work rate is through the roof. Can they keep it up? And I'm not just talking about Shinnie. This press is very, very energetic performance. If Derby throw this lead away now, it's going to take something big to lift that shattered confidence. Where you'd hope not. They deserve this lead. Shinnie will run all night. We'll see, won't he? Max Bird on the bench if Chinny can't run all night. A Derby County back. Ask me in about an hour, Blow. They don't want to concede one before half-time, though. Fulton's won the throw-in. 41-32 in this one. Poor clearance there. And Bielik, who's played really nicely, actually, has won it back. Kazim Rich as well. I mean, there's not really any Derby players who haven't played well. Clark steps out. Buchanan, Knight. Good rotation from that Derby midfield. Chinny's just advanced and Knight's dropped in. You like to see that, especially after watching Stoke last night, whose players literally do not leave their positions, do they? Very effective side, but bit of rotation is always fun, isn't it? Kazim Richards, back to goal. Good play. Oh, good feet as well. Bielik, Knight. Knight to Bielik. Clark. Clark's going to play the channel. And Bennett picks it up. What more could you want? Is he starting again for... Yeah, yes, he is, Stephen, yeah. If there's team news coming in, what time? About 6:45 from the 7:45 kickoffs. Do let me know as it comes. Lowe flicks it on. There's a very anonymous looking Andre Ayew up there, who's probably quite frustrated with this one. Wisdom gets it clear. Bennett controls and plays it to Norton. Little one into Smith. Good play by Smith. Norton, good ball. Here is Ayew. Fulton. Shinny's got to commit the tactical foul here, surely. Yeah. Does the right thing there, Shinny, and just brings down Fulton. They've tried to take the free kick quickly to negate the effect of that foul. Guay to Bidwell, back to Grimes. Back out onto the left wing for Bidwell. Slow build up. Nice defensive shape from Derby. Pinged into the box. Headed clear by Clark. And Knight. Good play by Knight. Excellent. Jests it down. Gets his body in the way. Do you know, when I saw Derby this season in the flesh at Norwich, Knight was superb, actually. I think he might have played number 10. That or central midfield. Didn't have a number 10 that day. Very defensive, but Knight played well. Here's Buchanan back to Shinny. Shinny plays it to Wisdom. Back to Shinny. I think it's in the Derby players' heads now. Just get to half-time 2-0. Just slowed things down a little bit. Buchanan back to Clark. Shinny and Buchanan. Excellent. I can put somebody in the fake news. The fake news. What do I call it? Naughty step. So this is James in the chat here. How many bodies have you hidden underneath the floorboards, Benny boy? Well, that is fake news. So James is gone on the fake news. What was it called? The fake news sin bin. In he goes. Blocked for 5 minutes. Bit says, update your ticker. Here comes Waghorn. I'll do it in a sec, Bits. Waghorn into the box. Knocks it back to Buchanan, who comes down the left. The fake news sin bin is in action, everybody. Here is Bielik. Knight. Knight shot deflected out for a corner. Into stoppage time in the first half. The fake news sin bin, James. You guys love the fake news sin bin. So it's the most popular thing I've ever done, for goodness sake. 2-0. How do you spell Josviak, for goodness sake? Bit's asking me to update the ticker. Josviak, touch and finish. Left footed. Here it comes. You love it. Matt Clark's having a laugh with Mark Guay in the box there. Bielik's in there as well, marked by Bidwell. We're just into the second minute of the stoppage time. In it goes. Oh, good header by Kazim Richards. He's hit the crossbar. Wow. So Derby are 2-0 up. They've hit the post and the crossbar in this half. They could have put a cricket score on here. Deary me. Arsenal 0, Southampton 1, says my iPad. Wow. Not going well at Arsenal, is it? Burn to Waghorn. To Bielik. Wisdom and Marshall. 46-45. Buchanan. Charging forward. And out it goes for throwing off Kazim Richards, who just hit the crossbar from the header from the corner. Who's marking him? Too busy wrestling. It was, I couldn't see, was it Fulton? And Kazim Richards, good header, looping header. Woodman's beaten, hits the bar. Wow. It's half time. I don't do this very often, but that's a brilliant performance by Derby in that first half. I think, given the expectations we had for them, given how they've played this season, I would go as far to say as that's the best first half performance in terms of my expectations going into the game I've seen this season. Derby outstanding in that first half. 2-0 up, hit the post, hit the bar. Kazim Richards with another chance as well. Could feasibly be 3 or 4-0 up. I would suggest there. It's been absolutely superb from Derby. Literally from the kickoff, they've been on top in this game. We'll look at the numbers in the second. Kazim Richards, well-worked free kick. Just gave them the confidence, but the set play looked rehearsed. Buchanan knocked it on and Kazim Richards put it in. Then great defending from Norton to stop Kazim Richards. Jason Knight with the long ranger hits the post. Swansea have 2 or 3 minutes here or there. Ayew barely gets a kick. Lowe barely gets a kick. Grimes is coming all the way back and taking the ball off his centre halves. Derby keep pressing and pressing. Every single one of them playing really, really well. And then Waghorn knocks it off to Yoshviak. Great touch. Fires it into the corner for 2-0. And then just in that stoppage time, Kazim Richards hits the crossbar as well. Let's have a look at the numbers. I think it's going to be fairly straightforward what they say, unless my eyes are totally deceiving me. My idea of the narrative in this game. But I mean, look at it. 47-53. So Swans on the possession, but then 10 shots to 2, 5 shots on target to 0. Hit woodwork twice, 7 shots inside the box, 1 big chance to 0. 2-2-6 on the passes. Come on, guys. You've all been watching this. Derby have been superb, haven't they? Let's have a look at your comments. And then, well, there's not really much more to say about this game because the story, the analysis is very obvious, isn't it? That Derby have been superb, haven't they? So let's have a look here. What are you guys saying? Oh, we've got a Borough team there. Bettinelli, Jake Steele, Fry, McNair, Boller, Morsey, Saville, Tavernier, Johnson, Watmore, Akpom. Thank you. Is there a better holding midfielder than Bielik at this level? Probably, but Bielik is certainly playing very, very well. I'd have to have a think. A corner. Our bet's still alive. Bits' bet. What was it? 2 goals and 5 corners. For Swansea. I don't think Bits reckon on Derby playing quite so well. Just shows how bad Cardiff were on Saturday. Right. Theo Walcott with the goal. Thank you, Noah. Arsenal should have got Big Sam in. Rooney. Well, we've got to tip your hat to Rooney today. If he came up with this setup and this strategy, then he's a bit smarter than people gave him credit for. Borough boss Neil Warnock has never lost a league match against Luton since his first season in football, which was about 100 years ago, wasn't it? Does that score currently move Derby out of the bottom 3? Good question. Let's have a look. No. That proves that football works over longer periods than 45 minutes. But, I mean, look, there's an unbeaten run developing. isn't there? They're going to move on to 16 points. They've got to hold on to it, though. And remember, we know what teams that are down the bottom are like, fragile confidence-wise. So they just got to get a foothold in the second half. You would think there's no way they can be as dominant as they were in the first half. Surely not. Swansea are a good side, and they've just been owned, frankly. What else have we got here? Swansea dropping off after their cup final, not taking it away from Derby. Excellent performance. Steve McLaren had a huge say in how we set up play. Well, whoever did, Vorney Boy on Twitter, needs a slap on the back, because this has been superb from Derby in that first half. Everton are beating Leicester. Should we have a look and see what's going on in these Premier League games? Get any topics you want me to discuss over half-time, and we will do so. They're just going to show all the highlights, which is going to be all Derby clips, scoring twice and hitting the post twice as well. Let's have a look here. God, look at Arsenal. They're losing again today. A Brighton win and they'd be 16th, wouldn't they? Goodness me. And Southampton are going top as well. Who scored in those games then? You guys probably want to know. Everton, Richarlison with the goal there, and Walcott obviously played hundreds of games for Arsenal probably over the years, didn't he? Obviously scoring at the Emirates, because that's how football works, doesn't it? Get your questions in and your topics, and we'll have a bit of a powwow on whatever you want to talk about. There is the current championship table. So Derby on 16 points if they can keep this up. And Swansea are going to, well, they're going to stay where they are for the time being. But, well, in fact, no one can. No, they are going to stay where they are, whatever happens. No, actually, tell a lie. Reading can go above them if they can get a point against Norwich later on. Let's have a look here. Richarlison, yes. If anyone has him on Fantasy League, I think everyone's got. I've got Calvert-Lewin instead of Richarlison, but that's my luck. Get your comments in ahead of the second half. Let's have a look here. Let's just give a quick shout out to Charlie. 30 years of Laurel. Here's to many more. He sponsors our live watch-alongs here. If I just change my ticker at the bottom, you can support me via Super Chat. We're giving the Patreon a bit of a push now. So a fair bit of bonus content now. If you're a Patreon subscriber that's exclusive to Patreon, doesn't go down the YouTube feed at all. And I'm sort of doing pre-seed short versions. I think we have a goal in the Newcastle. Oh, Leeds 0, Newcastle 1. Let me just talk you through that. Jeff Hendrick has scored on 25 minutes. It's not a good run for Leeds, this. It's going to go down the left-hand side. Worked back out again onto the left wing for Newcastle. So I'm looking on the phone. I can't really make out players. Flick header at the near post, and Hendrick puts it in at the far post. Didn't look any danger of VAR having anything on that. Leeds are losing, ladies and gentlemen. Nice finish by Jeff Hendrick there. What do we got comments-wise? Rooney is shooing for the job now. Derby completely transformed from the wishy-washy stuff under Koku. Energetic and go. He's been brilliant, haven't they, Chris? Swansea, very poor, shocking upset. Liam says, did you see the referee in his decision to break? Yes, I did, Liam. I did a fair bit about that today. Which one is the question? Because there was a couple in that one. My view on the Pinnock red card was that if Ismail Assar was onside when he went through, that the referee got that one right in terms of a foul, a penalty, an obvious goal scoring opportunity, and a red card inside the box because it was a pull, so no attempt to play the ball, essentially. So, however, I do think Brentford got away with one at the end. I didn't think Paritza was offside with that header there. If Swansea don't score and we score 2 more, we'll go above Forest. And if Blackburn were to hammer Rotherham, similar thing as well. Derby 2-0 up. Southampton top of the Prem as it stands. Unbelievable, Jeff. It is indeed. Leeds losing as well. Charlie, thanks again. Ben, an honour to sponsor your credit. Charlie, an honour to know you, my friend. Great example to everyone. Charlie struggling with some health issues, but always here, always happy, always fun. Keeps fighting the good fight. Great guy. Thank you, Charlie. Eze versus Ben Rama in the Premier League today. Love it, Noah. Love it. I don't see Swans just rolling over. First 15 vital for Derby. I totally agree with that. Bits. Remember following Ipswich in 18-19 when they were losing all the time. They would play well. They'd even take the lead in games. But as soon as they come under any pressure, they just wilted. However, the way Derby is set up with Shinnie and Bielik in front and Clark and Wisdom back there, marshalling goals, a lot of experience, a lot of strength and physicality. Should be okay, shouldn't they? They did in the first half. Derby are tickling their belly. Indeed. Not long before you'll be covering out. People keep raising this about Arsenal. God, imagine that. Arsenal in the Championship. That would be good for the channel, wouldn't it? Not good for Arsenal. But imagine a club of that size in the Championship. My God. We'd never... So I know Leeds have been big. Sheffield Wednesday, etc. Sheffield Wednesday could go down another league, couldn't they? But Arsenal's a different level. At 70,000 fans in there, isn't there? To all of them. Any chance of a draw, says Alvin. The only chance of a draw is if Swansea come out in the second half and score within 5 minutes or something like that, and then all the pressure then goes on Derby. However, I do remember a game that Ipswich played when they were terrible under Paul Hurst, away at Birmingham, and Ipswich went 2-0 up in the first half, and literally I said exactly what Bit said in the chat there. Ipswich just needed to see out the first 15 minutes, and Jutkovic scored like right at the start of the second half. And from then it was so obvious. The difference between that game and this game is Ipswich didn't dominate that half to be 2-0 up, whereas Derby have dominated this half, really. A positive to come from relegation. We're stumbling on this channel. Thank you, David. David May, superstar, got more medals than Shearer. Not that one, hey, but thank you, David. Very, very kind. David May, the great Blackburn and Manchester United centre-back. Hopefully the Midland sides will both be doing over the Welsh sides tonight. Am I forecasting a Birmingham-Cardiff game then? Knight, Bielik and Shinnie in midfield is strong. Alex, I agree, and I love the rotation as well. Knight tucking in there and Shinnie pressing forward. It's only really Bielik that's had to sit. So looking good. Looking good. Draw 8-1. So fill your boots, hey? Have you managed to recover from triple captain? Oh dear. Yeah, just about. I like the fact the pressure's gone, Hamza. So, are you surprised Sam Allardyce taking over at West Brom? No, I'm surprised that they fired Bilic, but there's an important distinction there. But I'm not surprised that they would hire Allardyce. No, not at all. If you were an owner and there seemed like there was possibly 2 places in the Premier League up for grabs down at the bottom there. Big Sam with his experience, 18-month contract, and you didn't think Bilic could do it. There you go. Cardiff Blues at 7. So we should have a few kicking off in half an hour. What's the score now? It's on the screen, my friend. What was my favourite Admiral kit? I don't know, but didn't England play in an Admiral kit in 1982? It was an Adidas one. I can't quite remember. They're just at, I was going to say Elm Park then, at the Madstad at Reading there, getting ready for Reading Norwich later on. I must confess, I've had a whole day of football, so I will probably stick the phone on flight mode and go and watch Netflix with my missus. So, but I will, as ever, be back. A big smile by Steve McLaren up there. I'm sure he's very pleased with himself. It looks like, is that Cullen coming on? Oh, no. Who is that going to be coming on? Ryan Manning's coming on. That's interesting. I think it's going to be the first time we've seen him. I'm going to be very interested to see what Steve Cooper's going to do here, because his wing-backs have been very, very good. Bidwell and Roberts. But Ryan Manning is coming on. So, I wonder whether... well, we'll see what Cooper's going to do, but I don't know. I really, really don't know. I've been following Cadiz, who are in the Liga for the first time in 15 years. My uncle is from Cadiz. So far, they've beaten Barca and Real, 7th in the table. Sensational. We were talking about Arsenal getting relegated, but people should be asking if Fulham or Burnley can overtake them. I think it's just a bit of fun with Arsenal, isn't it? So chances of them going down are so slim, aren't they? So what is Cooper going to do here with Ryan Manning? The players are coming out. Favourite player in the Championship at the moment, says Henry. Oh, I don't know. I like Buendia at Norwich very much. I like Brooks at Bournemouth. I like Sarr at Watford. I like Max Bird, honestly, for Derby, but he's not playing today. Mayhew for Swansea. It's probably one in every team I particularly like. Casey Palmer is coming on as well. So Steve Cooper, understandably, is not happy with his... oh, God, it's going to be a triple substitution. Right. So Dander is warming up. Manning and Palmer, they're all going to come on. We'll find out who has gone off and whether we're going to get like-for-like swaps. So Steve Cooper is going to give Rooney and Rossinia something to think about here, because Manning, Dander and Palmer, so he's brought on a left wing-back and 2 number 10s, essentially. But Sky haven't told me who's gone off yet. Cooper does not look a happy chappy. Triple substitution. Come on, Sky. Who's gone off, for God's sakes? I'm really sorry, guys. I can't tell you. Leeds have just scored, have they? I think Pat Bamford has just equalised for Leeds on 34 minutes there. As Bielsa paces up and down. 1-1 Leeds Newcastle. Right. Fulton, Bidwell and Norton have gone off. Fulton, Bidwell, Norton. I wonder if he's gone to a back 4 then. I think he probably has. Be very interesting to see what this shape is going to be. So Fulton's off in central midfield. Bidwell's off at left wing back. So maybe Manning's going to play left back. And Norton, one of the 3 centre backs, is off. We'll see what he's got up his sleeve. Palmer, Dander, Mayhew and Lowe all on the pitch there in terms of attacking players. Guay plays that out wide to Roberts. So it's definitely a back 4. I might have to completely tear up this piece of paper I'm working on here. Is Lowe gone to play on the wing, maybe? He is a winger by trade. So it could be like a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-2-3-1 that they've gone to. Although Dander is quite deep. Palmer's out on the left-hand side at the moment. Or maybe a 4-3-3 with Palmer front left. We'll figure this out as we go. Interesting. It's hard to see the team shape at the moment because Derby are started where they left off and still have the ball, essentially. So we'll figure it out as we go. Mayhew plays that out to Burn. Dander closes him down. Yeah, so I think I would call it a 4-2-3-1 with Mayhew as the central striker. I'm literally going to have to rewrite all of this. Palmer at number 10, although Dander is quite narrow behind him. It's a hard one to figure out what Cooper is up to here. Anyway, Grimes has got it in central midfield. All will become clear. Dander is not playing in the same position up the pitch as Palmer is, although he is now. So maybe we'll learn more when they don't have the ball. Here's Waghorn. So Manning, this must be one of his biggest appearances here. He's barely got on, has he? Waghorn cuts inside and shanks that one wide with the left foot. Anyway, whatever shape he's playing, Steve Cooper rings the changes here. And Palmer wins the free kick for the Swans. 2-0 Derby. Kazim Richards and Joshviak with the goals. As you can see down the bottom there. Played forward to Knight and out to Waghorn on the right. Here comes Burn on the overlap. We should be able to get forward a bit more in this half now without the wing-backs on. Poor cross from Burn. Goes out for a goal kick. Rooney and Rossini are just figuring out what Cooper has done and how they're going to counteract it, presumably. Bit of a chess game for the management team now. Palmer, Grimes, free kick. I think Kazim Richards is going to be... he's going to get away with that because the free kick was moving. Kazim Richards charges it down. If that ball hadn't been rolling, he would have got booked for not... it's called encroachment, isn't it? Here comes Swansea down the right with Roberts and Lowe ahead of him. Clark trying to shepherd that one away. Throw in to Derby. Clark did well there. 49 gone. Swansea just trying to adjust to their new system. So am I have to say. Buchanan is going to throw it down the line. The left back for Derby. Here's Mayhew trying to play low in. Buchanan clears down the line. Well, Dander does look very central, doesn't he? It's back with Woodman in goal. And out to Manning. And Palmer. So, I'm going to settle on... It looks a lot like Bielsa's 4-1-4-1, just because Grimes is in the main on his own, although Dander is dropping back. Look, Heineken, Schmeineken, tomato, 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1. But at the moment, Grimes is the least advanced of the central midfielders. In front of the back four is the insurance. Smith and Dander are then central. Whether you want to call them a number 8 or a number 10 is up to you. Lowe is right. Palmer is left and Mayhew is central. So, as I say, Heineken, Schmeineken, tomato. It's a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1. What it's not is the three at the back that they were playing in the first half. So what Cooper has done is he's populated that central midfield area. And really looks like he's just trying to slow Derby down, to be honest. Good test of Cooper's abilities. Yes, Chris. He's come up with something. Whether his players can fathom it out in the next 35 minutes, we will find out. Here is Palmer to Grimes. Grimes tries to play in Roberts down the right. Joshviak has turned it over and gets it out to Waghorn. Waghorn coming in off the right, feeds Joshviak. Joshviak in the box, stood up by Guay. Good defending. Yes, he's won the ball there, fair and square. Gray. And here's Dander. Nice switch of play by Dander. And Roberts has got a fair amount of space in front of him. Here is Roberts to Lowe. Lowe to Palmer. Palmer engages Bielik and plays Manning in. Manning gets the cross in low and is cleared away by Derby. First reasonable phase now in the new setup for Swansea, although Palmer comes in field and gives it away. Just can't get Mayhew in the game yet. Henry says, we'd love to see Cooper's tactics on Football Manager. This is the only, I do love doing these watch-alongs, but this is the only problem of not being at the game and being able to see the shape of the whole team as it moves around, which you can at the stadium, but you can't when the camera's following the ball, can you? But hey-ho, we'll be back. And obviously you can't do a watch-along when you're at the stadium, can you? So Manning just, I think he treads on Nathan Burns' foot there. Looks like a painful one. I looked up on my phone there. I've got the Leeds-Newcastle game on, and Steve Bruce is just there, like rubbing his head, obviously trying to fathom out Bielsa ball as he's playing against Leeds. 54 gone in this one. 2-0 to Derby. Guay wants to know who the hell he can pass this free kick to. Dander comes short for him. Grimes, who's on his own in that deep central midfield position, closed down by Josviak. Oh, nice ball around the corner by Smith there. Here's Dander. Dander plays out to Palmer. Good touch by Palmer. Engages Burn into the box. Out to Dander. Good defended by Waghorn, actually. Coming back on the cover. Oh, lovely feet by Burn in his own box. And Waghorn eventually clears. Good defending by Derby. Kazim Richards holds it up. And Knight turns away from his man. They get away from that one fairly nicely, do the Rams, and Waghorn wins the throw-in. No, he doesn't. Swansea have the throw. Mayhew to Palmer. Palmer. Dander. Nice ball out wide by Dander to Roberts. Good touch by Roberts. Roberts does well. All the way across to Smith. Surely that went out. We're playing on. And Shinnie has won it for Derby. Shinnie brings it away. Swansea just turning the screw now. Kazim Richards into the channel. Oof. Firm but fair challenge between Kazim Richards, who's a big bugger, isn't he? On Gray, who's also a big bugger, let's just say. That one might have measured on the Richter scale there. Both players really charging into that challenge. Second half possession, 61% Swansea, says Sky Sports. Boston, George says Swansea could play all night and they wouldn't score in this. Well, they're going to play another. We can test that theory for 34 minutes. So, and see what transpires here. They're looking much better now. Although given the first half was pretty much one-way traffic in Derby's favour, just any traffic in Swansea's favour is an improvement on the first half, isn't it? Clark just got a bump to the head, I think, but he's okay to continue. He's going to take this set play. Half-time in the Leeds game, so I will for sure shut that off up there. $56-53 gone in this one. Manning has the throw-in down the left for Swansea. They turned it over, though, and Derby have it. Woodman knocks it forward. Oh, sorry, Marshall knocks it forward. Getting mid-keepers in a muddle. Guay's going to tidy that up and get it home to Woodman. Can Swansea build a head of steam here? They need to. They need a goal, else they're getting 0 points out of this game. That is for certain. Here's Grimes. Grimes to Guay. And across to Bennett. Derby nice and tucked in behind the ball here. Remember, it's Swansea that have the impetus or the pressure on them to attack here. Not that they're doing it, but Derby could sit in if they want. However, Lowe has just robbed Shinnie. He's got Dander outside him. Lowe plays it to Dander. Dander crosses in looking for Ayew. Well cleared by Wisdom. And Lowe recycles. Here come Swansea again. Dander inside to Lowe, who's not going to win that. Shinnie sweeps it up and draws the foul from Jamal Lowe. Our Derby playing well. Brilliantly in the first half, Nat. Swansea have been better in the second half. I imagine Forest fans would have loved the Swansea win tonight. You bet. Half time, says Liam. Leicester 0, Everton 1 in the Premier League. This is very unlike Swans. Are they not playing the wings? Not as such, really. Although Jamal Lowe is a winger by trade. But it does look quite narrow, doesn't it? They get all their width, don't they, from the two wing-backs, and they've essentially ditched that system for the second half. So struggling to sort of calibrate this new system. Big muddle in the corner there. Free kick has gone Swansea's way. Woodman to Bennett. Am I doing any more games tonight? Carl, I am not. I am done for the night after this one. Been a long day, this one. Did all the prep for the championship review first thing this morning. Then we had the Bilic video to do quickly, then the championship review. And now we're at this one. Doesn't seem a lot, but it feels it. Shinnie draws the foul off Palmer there. And we're going to get another substitution. I mean, Garrick is coming on for Swansea. The camera's gone on Jamal Lowe, so I think they know something that we don't. And Lowe, the 2-goal match winner at the weekend, is coming off. And Garrick is going to come on. I guess he's going to play down the right. We will find out. Number 41, Jordan Garrick, has come on. It's a throw-in to Derby. Yeah, so Garrick has gone down the right in place of Lowe. Still, Grimes sat in front of the back four. Palmer left. Dander and Smith central. Garrick down the right. And Ayew up top. Shinnie has been excellent today. He's played well, actually, Lewis. Yeah. Done what you want from a sort of number 6. Liam says, surprised at Lowe going off. I am a little bit, but I do have to say, I agree with what Bits said, Liam, about the wing play. And I think it looked a bit unbalanced, didn't it? I have to say. And maybe Lowe's not used to playing wide anymore. And with Roberts trying to get up outside him, I think maybe Cooper thinks he might get a bit more balance with Garrick on instead. Oliver says, Reading fan. Oliver, I'm not tonight. I elected the 2 early games this week, so I do apologise. I'm sure we'll do Reading again soon. We've done them a few times this season, but I'm all done after this one, my friend. But do enjoy Reading and Norwich, the top 6 clash there. Can't wait to see your thoughts on Reading if we win. And our chances of promotion. Well, that would certainly be a flag in the sand, wouldn't it? We had last night, Oliver, Brentford going against Watford. Couldn't quite get the win. Got a draw there. Went down to 10 men. And tonight we've got another opportunity for a top 6 team to challenge one of those 3 relegated teams. But in terms of Reading's chances of promotion, it's just, can anyone stop Norwich, Watford and Bournemouth, the 3 relegated teams? Jim says, Ben, could you see Barnsley getting a win on Saturday against Swansea? Of course. Barnsley beat anyone at the moment, can they? We've got 2 players down here, Buchanan and... Who is the Swans player with his backsman? I can't quite read his number. Is that Mayhew? I think it possibly is. I think they might have bumped heads, so hopefully they are both okay. Miller's unchanged for the Blackburn game, says Iain. I'm not surprised after the good win against Bristol City. Bielik won't be at Derby long. Well, I think they signed a nice long contract with him, so if he's not at Derby long, I hope they get a good price for him. Although we'll never know. Undisclosed, won't it, if he does ever go. Wednesday v Derby on the 1st of Jan on Sky. I'm sure we'll be here. No Zhao or Maite or Richards, I think, for Reading. That's an issue. Got the win at QPR without them, though, didn't they? But Norwich is a whole different kettle of fish to QPR at the moment. We're just doing concussion protocol on Andre Ayew and Lee Buchanan. Hopefully they're both okay. Just both with the physios at the moment. 64 gone. Grimes and Cooper having a discussion on the touchline there. Cooper looks very cross about what's going on. Swansea players look a bit punch drunk, like I said in the first half. They're still down, these 2, but I think they're okay. I think they're just doing all the protocol. In the other games, so we got 2 kicking off at 7. Let me just bring that up on the other screen, actually, so you can see it. So Cardiff and Birmingham are going to kick off in 6 minutes, and so are Borough and Luton. Then at 7:45, Blackburn and Rotherham. And at 8 o'clock, Coventry and Huddersfield and Reading and Norwich. Can't wait for Ben to watch Wednesday. 6 crates of wine needed for that one. Sensational. I don't think I'll make it out alive if I do that. Rooney surely gets the job. He's turned the team on its head. The energy levels of Polo. It's looking good, isn't it, Lewis? Should we just let me just bring up the recent Derby results? A definite turnaround, isn't there? If you look, and we'd had all of those draws, and we said, can they turn them into wins? And it's essentially going to be, if they can see this one out, about 25 left. So that will be 6 games undefeated with 10 points scored across the 6 games. So very, very nice job by Rooney thus far. Love how Liverpool think they have an injury crisis. Have they seen Norwich? Yeah, have they seen the Championship? I mean, to be fair to Liverpool, Henry, they do play Champions League games, so they probably have played as many games as all the Championship teams. But yes, I think Bristol City, Millwall and Norwich fans would all, at the moment, question injury crisis. Stoke as well, actually. Fortunately for Stoke and Norwich particularly, they've got decent sized squads, haven't they? Andre Ayew has been booked, which I thought was going to be good news for Bits' bet. But no, it was 2 Derby players that had to be booked. Free kick lobbed in by Derby. This game is fizzling out, which is good news for Derby. Swansea can't really get going. Derby keeping them at arm's length fairly well. Nice flick on by Kazim Richards. To be fair, I was one of many people who said, oh, Kazim Richards, really? But in terms of just coming in and being a big guy up top, he's done a good job tonight. I still think they're going to look for somebody in that position, but he's played well tonight, hasn't he? Koku never kept back-to-back clean sheets. Rooney has done it in four straight games, is it? I had that up on the screen, didn't I? I mean, this will be the you're right. This will be the fourth straight clean sheet if they indeed don't concede. 9 for Paddy, hey? What a season Mr. Bamford's having up in the big leagues. Doing an amazing job, isn't he? Who would have thunk it? After he used to miss a series of big chances every game, bless him, in the Championship. The cause of much conversation, Mr. Bamford. In Bielsa, they trust. The ball's gone dead. Swansea throwing Manning back to Woodman. To Bennett. Ooh, Josviak nearly nicked that off Bennett. Good feat by Bennett in the end. Here is Roberts to Garrick. Oh, Garrick's done really well there. He's beaten Buchanan. Crosses into the box, or tries to. Corner for Swansea. Good play by Garrick there, the right winger who came on as sub. Andre who gives him a round of applause for that bit of work. And it's a corner for Swansea. Bennett has come forward. And Guay's come forward as well. Grimes going to take it with his left foot. Plays it out. I can't quite see to whom. I think it's Roberts. Waghorn charges it down. Roberts wins it back. And Swansea win another corner. Bristol City plus. Yeah, I did mention Bristol City, Chris, and Preston as well. Yeah. Hard old slog this season, isn't it? Just kicked off at Birmingham, says my phone. Corner comes in. Kazim Richards doing a job down his end of the pitch there. Josviak, I thought, caught Roberts there. Referee Ward was much closer than me and says no. Here we go. Hashtag up the borough, says the Middlesbrough Twitter. I assume they've just kicked off as well. 9 goals in the Premier is like 18 in the Championship. Yes, I understand your point, but maybe not a 2-to-1 ratio, Logan. But yeah, I take your point. A very impressive achievement. Some players, Logan, are more suited to the Premier League than they are the Championship, put it that way. Maybe Bamford is one of them. Guay. Manning. Touches in opposition area, says Sky. Only 5 for Swansea in the second half. So Derby is still very much keeping them at arm's length. Switch of play there. And out it goes to Danda. It's typical Bielsa, pure football versus typical Steve Bruce. Love it. You've got to love those type of games, haven't you? Jal says, what position in your final table did you... I think I had Barnsley quite high, Charles, but obviously under the assumption Struber was going to be there. I'll review it at the end of the season, but I'm not worried about Barnsley in terms of me looking stupid at the end of the season. Bournemouth are going to make me look stupid, believe me. I had Bournemouth 14th, I think. Shocking. I thought they'd struggle without Howe. And it would all go wrong. No. Hi, MSC. Can I get unblocked? Idolo. What does Idolo mean? I don't. State your case, MS. Are you actually MSC? We had MSC on earlier asking why anyone would watch the Championship or something and having a pop at everyone in the comments. State your case if it is indeed you. The Grantham Pele. Waghorn is coming off And Dwayne Holmes, that's a good substitute, isn't it? Dwayne Holmes. Little Duracell bunny, isn't he? 72 gone. That's shocking, Henry. I'm surprised Bamford is suited to football. 9 Premier League goals. He's very suited to football. Here is Manning. Cleared by Bielik. Manning's got it back. Derby, nice, strong defensive shape. Smith, who we haven't mentioned a lot in the second half. Headed down. Ooh. Low header, reasonably high foot by Wisdom, probably more a low head. I think referee Ward's got that right. Plays on. Grimes and Knight came together there. I think Knight maybe just overstretched. I hope he's okay. Dander is trying to play Robertson down the right. Josviak goes down. Into the box now is Garrick. Good defending by Buchanan to stop him. Josviak's back there. Lovely play by Josviak. Just dinks it out there and Shinny can get it clear. Is Jason Knight still down? Are Swansea going to kick it out? They're told not to, aren't they? So referee not stopping the game here. And Cassim Richards takes matters into his own hands and just barges the Swansea player off the ball. And finally, the ball has gone dead. It was a 50-50 with, there's nothing in it really. I think Knight was running in at some speed there and just hits the other end of the tackle there. Sadly, Cantwell isn't starting for Norwich. He's been sensational with some of it. James, can you get me the Norwich starting lineup? That would be great if you could. Bournemouth, Reading, Millwall, Huddersfield, Forest, and Derby are going to make me look stupid. Sensational. Swansea players should kick out. Lewis, they're told not to. The players have all been told you don't kick it out, you wait for the ref to stop the game. So I would push back strongly against that being a lack of sportsmanship. They're literally told not to. I think your gripe is with the referee for not stopping the game, not the Swansea players there. I feel your frustration if Knight is probably hurt, but it's I don't agree that that's bad sportsmanship, my friend. Stand up for these Swansea guys there. Dander is going to take the free kick. Bennett has come forward. Right, Dander puts it in right-footed. Good header by Clark. And Marshall's... I thought I was going to say Marshall's going to grab that, but he punches. But Shinny, again, gets it clear. He's had a good game. Shinny. Dander back in the mixer. Marshall punches again. Good goalkeeping by Dave Marshall. And it's going to be a throw-in. Just coming into the crowd, it was just easier to just punch. You could see a big gap to punch it into as well. So smart decision by the experienced keeper. Grimes to Bennett to Dander. Dander to Roberts. Gray. Manning. Palmer. In off the left. Palmer plays it to Bennett, who's as far advanced as we've seen him. Derby quite deep now. I mean, fair enough. They're 2-0 up. Don't want to get too far back. But we said that if they do need to sit in, they just can, can't they? Why do goalkeepers not catch anymore? I thought that was good goalkeeping, especially the second one. Lewis, maybe he could have caught the first one, couldn't he? McGovern, Sorensen, Zimmerman returns for Norwich. Hanley, Aarons, McLean, Skip, Martin, Stieperman, Buendia, Pookie. Hey, injury crisis. Pretty good 11, isn't it? And as long as you got those last two there, Buendia and Pookie, you'll be all right, probably, James. Is Selena still at Swansea? No, he went to Dijon in France. Boston George says the stats for Swans don't make pretty reading. Should we have a look? Let's have a look, see what he means. God, they don't, do they? Yeah, no shots on target. That's as far as I'm prepared to look at that. You ain't going to score any goals if you don't get any shots on target, are you? What do we got here? Josh. Hi, Geese. Hope you're well. Only started watching you recently. Your class. Thank you, Josh. Very, very kind. Just turned on. Am I dreaming or a Swansea 2-0 down at Derby? Josh, you're not dreaming. And I don't want to exaggerate in any way. Derby was superb in the first half and went 2-0 up. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow on the review show, if they can hold out another 12 minutes of normal time. Throw in here for Burn. Alex says, hi, Ben. Sorry about the grief my annoying mates are giving you on YouTube and Twitter. Are they giving me grief on Twitter as well? Very immature and really annoying me, to be honest. Easily my favourite YouTuber. They have zero. Don't you worry, Alex. Don't you worry. I'm a big boy. And remember, we have the fake news sin bin. So I'll just put them in the fake news sin bin. And if they ruin their chances. But no, in all seriousness, you get it on YouTube. And the more it happens, the easier it is, honestly, to deal with because you get used to it. But don't worry, Alex. No, not your fault, my friend. Here's Burn, right back. Nice one over the top for Holmes, but Guay on the cover. He's quick, Guay, actually, isn't he? Because Holmes is no slouch. Dander has got it and has lost it. Cardiff have gone a goal up in 10 minutes against Birmingham, says my iPad. Who scored, I hear you ask? Let's find out. Birmingham 1, Cardiff 0. Cardiff 1, Birmingham 0. Sorry. Got it wrong. Got it the wrong way round. My bad. Arsenal 1, Southampton 1 as well. Rob Glatzel has scored for Cardiff on 10 minutes. Annoyingly, as I look it up, my phone tells me literally that. Arsenal have scored as well. I'm sure someone will let me know in the chat who scored for Arsenal. Foul by Kazim Richards on Manning. Arsenal level against Southampton, who were going top of the league. Top of the Premier League. Hey, Ben, this result gives Swansea gives hope for Reading and Norwich. Make the game even bigger. Nerves gone up tenfold. Well, Reading, can have a nice little move up the table if they can get a positive result, can't they? Who scored? Thanks, George. Aubameyang, brilliant. Who's been my man in the match? That's a good question, Henry. In the first half, probably one of those midfield three for Derby, Knight, Bielik, or Shinnie. They can all share it, to be honest. They've all been excellent, that midfield three. That's where the energy came from for Derby. I think Gyökeres is coming on for Brighton. He's on loan from Brighton. Corey Smith is coming off. Oh, sorry, Liam Cullen. It's not Gyökeres at all. Liam Cullen is going to come on. Anyway, it's a forward nonetheless. So I suspect that's a old school 4-4 effing 2. And Dander and Grimes will play central midfield and Cullen will go and play up top. Or A will drop back. But he needs a goal. And frankly, the 4-1-4-1 type thing hasn't worked in the second half, has it, for Swansea? Derby are doing a good job of seeing this one out so far. Touch wood for the Rams. Guay diagonal out right, headed out by Buchanan, who's excellent in the air. 1-0 Cardiff. Here we go again. Long way to go, Jay. Long way to go. Long-suffering Birmingham fan. Arsenal equalising. Can't be having a relegation rival picking up points. Big Sam will sort that out, Hamza. Don't you worry. 82 minutes and 10 seconds gone. And I still have at least a couple of reasonable sized glasses there. Palmer has won it. And it's turned over quickly. And here comes Holmes for Derby. Oh, good tackle by Manning. And knocked back by Palmer all the way home to Woodman. Grimes, 82.50 now. It's ticking away. Oh, David, you legend. I'll drink to that. Just joined your Patreon. Easy to do, everyone. Support the content. Thank you, sir. Very kind, David. I'd love to do this full time. Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much. Rampant Ram says, Kazim Richards, man of the match, put himself about all game. He's played well, Kazim Richards, hasn't he? He's on the ball now as we speak. Big bruiser up top. Done his job, hasn't he? Good performance by him. Although it's pretty 11 good performances in the first half. If Holden loses at Preston like we always do, and he loses if he's Wickham, he'll be sacked on New Year's Day after Brentford beat us. That'll be 7 defeats in 9 and 5 in a row. There's optimism for you, Josh. Tremendous. What's the current wage cap in League One? Just preparing for myself. The current wage cap in League One, Alex, is 2.5 million or 1.5 million. Someone correct me in the chat. I want to say 2.5 million for your squad. However, that is ratcheted if you've just been relegated from the Championship. So you do have a couple of seasons grace before it kicks in. Here's Mayhew. And he's offside. He's had a really quiet night, Mayhew, hasn't he? Going to be an immense game at New York Stadium on Saturday if both teams are level on points. Not expecting much tonight, if I'm honest. Who are Rotherham playing on Saturday, Iain? A rival, I take it. Off comes Kazim Richards, as Rampant Ram was just saying in the chat. Excellent work from him tonight. It looks like he's going off. Oh, well, Dave Marshall's taking a goal kick, so maybe I'm wrong about that. He was trotting away. Maybe they've just given him the man of the match on the telly or something. I don't know. Palmer heads that one on. Cullen's trying to get it. This one's dying a death now. Derby have strangled it. As I say that, here comes Mayhew down into the left channel. He's in the box. Mayhew, has he won the corner? No. Marshall looks sheepishly away. I think he's kept it in. Rotherham Derby on Saturday. Well, and if it's this Derby, they're going to give you a really stiff game, Iain, aren't they? This doesn't do Wednesday any favours, does it? No. If you look, let me bring it up, actually. Look at the bottom of the table there. I mean, the gap was 7 points anyway to safety, but once more, another team now moving on to that 16-point mark as well. Coffee Wednesday. Oh, God, another one. So it's Derby, Rotherham and Coventry Wednesday at the weekend. Wow. We'll have fun in the prediction show on Friday with those two, won't we? Charlie has sent me the Reading 11 on Instagram. What have we got, Charlie? Let's have a look. So Raphael, Holmes, Morrison, Moore. Oh, Gibson's playing at left back. Of course, Richards is out. Rinomota, Lauren, Ejaria, Elise. So that quality's there. But then Semedo, Aluko, as opposed to Zhao and Maite. Sorry if I sounded like I was digging out those two players. I was more saying about the people who aren't there. Here is Woodman, 87 gone. What was my prediction? You know, I predicted a low-scoring draw in this one, Lewis. So I'm not miles out, I have to say. But Lewis, did you see our poll? Let me bring up our poll. Because only 11% predicted a Derby victory in this one. So this one is definitely a bit of a shock. Not the result so much as a shock. Anyone can beat anybody, can't they? But the performance, was a shock to me how good Derby were in the first half. Swansea, being unaccustomed to going 0-2 down, have no remotely developed plan B. No, they're a bit shell-shocked, weren't they? How teams' fortunes can turn around quickly, Ben. 9-0, I remember that. Oh, Leeds have taken the lead, guys. Sorry to cut away from Charles' comment there. If anyone's got the Leeds goal score from me, but 2-1 to Leeds, which is good news with my dearly departed hat on. Leeds 2, Newcastle 1. They've come from behind as well. Fair play to the Leeds. Bits' quality bits will be taking a break. Oh, nice one, Bits. We love having you around here. Great part of the show. Bits suggested that we did that, and I didn't know what he was going to come up with, but it's been a really good addition. So big thanks to Bits for his help with the channel and his kind donations when the bets have come in, I have to say. Great. Here's Garrick down the right. Rodrigo. Carl says Leeds 2-1. Rodrigo with the goal for Leeds. Missed that chance at the end, didn't he, in their last game against, help me, West Ham. Missed that header. Sky have gone for Bielik as man of the match. Yeah, I said any three of those central midfielders have all played well, haven't they? Bielik, classy player. Crossed in. Headed goalwards by Cullen. Thought he'd won a corner. Referee Ward says otherwise. Yoshviak has been excellent defensively this half. Well, Lewis, and the team shape has been very strong, hasn't it? I mean, that must be a Steve McLaren, mustn't it? Surely, in the second half. But yeah, great. You can't really fault Derby today. Off comes Yoshviak. We're going to see his goal again, which was, look at this first touch. Beautiful. Smashes it then with the left foot. Great goal by Kamil Yoshviak. Red card for Arsenal. How many minutes left in that one, Hamza? 4 games, 4 man of the matches. You've ruined it there, Lewis, best midfielder in the league. Calm. He's come back. He's doing really well. Keep it calm. But yeah, he's playing very, very nicely. But we do have some. We don't have to go all in on best midfielder in the league, do we? But there we go. I understand your enthusiasm and excitement. Brilliant return from Bielik and brilliant performance from Derby tonight. Just to update you in a call with the chat trolls from earlier. One is a Newcastle fan. He's currently raging. There you go. 63 gone. So Arsenal down to 10 again. Right, we're into stoppage time here. 5 minutes to play. We're on 91.05 in this one. Derby just need to see this one out now and claim a well-deserved victory. Superb in the first half. Just done what they needed to in the second half. Arsenal's rampant indiscipline demonstrates weak management. Rampant indiscipline. I like that, Chris. Oh, Newcastle have equalised, says my iPad. Leeds 2, Newcastle 2 up in the Premier League. Guay out to Danda. Swansea just look done now, don't they? Danda plays it into the channel, but there's no chance Garrick's getting that. You may as well blow the whistle now. I think we better bring Casey Palmer and put him straight back in the team. Do I know about the new Luton Stadium? Not a lot. It's one of those ones that they've got plans for, and when you actually ask about it, it's, oh, we don't know when that's happening. But I think they've got a site, but I don't think they've built anything yet. But fingers crossed that'll happen. Fair play, Derby, says Henry. Yeah, good performance. The Arsenal job is too big for Arteta. Seems that way at the moment, doesn't it? Well, I just jinxed myself there. Yeah, you did, Alex. Tremendous work. Lewis, 4 clean sheets in a row for Rooney. Excellent. Yeah. He's doing great, isn't he? Yeah, Leeds 2-2. Anyone know who scored for Newcastle? Borough, Luton. Oh, Chris is watching Borough and Luton. Very even 20 minutes. Both spending an awful lot of time in the air. Kieran Clark, is the goal scorer for Newcastle. Says the Leeds Twitter on my telephone. Here is Grimes to Gray. Out to Manning. 93-26 and a corner. I think we've had our Swansea corners bits, just none of the goals or the bookings that you needed for Bits' bet today. Corner for Swansea, 93-37 up. If Derby can clear this, then there's probably not a lot of time. Manning tries a little shot around the corner. Another corner. Cotterill v Streaky Lee on Saturday. Sounds fun. The battle of the ex-Bristol City bosses. Poor corner there, headed clear. And that should do for the clean sheet here for Derby, the 4th in a row, like Lewis was pointing out. Here is Manning, Roberts, and Kazim Richards just boots Connor Roberts up in the air fairly, and that is going to be pretty much it. That was a good comment. I wanted to read that, but the comments have frozen. There we go. Got your comment up, Henry. Always love Rooney's defensive work as a player, so I guess it translates to management. Yeah, Rooney was all in with his defending, wasn't he? And I was talking about Waghorn earlier about players being victims of their own usefulness. If Rooney had been more selfish in his career and not been so useful and versatile and got moved out, because remember, he basically had to do Rooney and Tevez did Ronaldo's running for him at one point. If Rooney had been the selfish guy, he probably could have scored the goals that Cristiano Ronaldo did that season. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo was, a different beast. But yeah, I totally take your point. Derby have had one shot on target against them in the last 3 games. Really? Not tonight. Stoppage time is pretty much all done. Cullen throws the ball back. Grimes has got a free kick. As soon as the Derby player touches this, referee Ward is going to blow for full time. So Derby have won the game, essentially. But we're just about to get the final whistle. Flicked on by Mayhew. And there you go. Full time. Derby 2, Swansea 0. Derby, good value for that. Played it out in the second half, but they were superb in the first half. Derby could have been 3-4-0 up easily. Kazim Richards from a cleverly worked set play, getting Buchanan on his own. Helped it on. Kazim Richards put it in. Knight hit the post in the first half. Then second goal by Josviak. Great touch and left foot strike, as you can see down the bottom there. Then Kazim Richards hit the bar. Steve Cooper made a ton of changes at half-time trying to chase this one back, but his players couldn't quite get going, and Derby defended very well, saw it out. If this is the future for Derby, then they will climb up the table fairly quickly because are really, really good today. Rooney goes on and shakes everyone's hand. Good bit of work by him and good unbeaten record, and Derby looked excellent. And if you look at the sides down the bottom, Forest are getting there very, very slowly. Coventry are trending upwards. Rotherham, well, they had that good win, but can you see any of them keeping up with Derby if they stay in this mode? Probably not. So a bit of a worry for a few of the teams down at the bottom. And I tip my cap well deserved. Swansea, move on. Got caught cold by a really good performance. Swansea are a good side. Cooper's a good manager. Bad day at the office for the Swans. Let's have a look at the league table. Swansea are in 4th. Reading could go above them later on. Down at the bottom of the table, there you can see Derby on a really, really good run. And look at that, 9 points in the last 5, 4 clean sheets in a row. They need to keep it up. They need to keep the goals coming, but very impressed with Derby tonight. Excellent performance overall. Above excellent in the first half, whatever that is. Superb, excellent, gold star, or whatever. Right. The Rooney revolution, indeed. David says, question now is, do I want to remain within 3 wins of Norwich or 2 behind Reading? You want to remain within Norwich. believe me, David. It's about those 3. If you're a Watford fan, just got to keep with Bournemouth and Norwich. I think Watford will have enough to keep Reading away, but you never know. You never know. Alex says 7 points off 22nd. You're like, oh dear, not good. Not good. Hey, it's 21st that matters, but that's 7 points as well, isn't it? The Rooney revolution. Can't argue with that. Blade Cody, I support Coventry. Opinions on Coventry, trending upwards, looking good, but Derby and Coventry, Derby and Forest mobilising. Derby more so than Forest, but yeah. And yes, of course, we'll do a Coventry game. Depends what Sky do. Another 2 hours that felt like 30 minutes. Thanks, thank you, James, and thank you for signing up on Patreon. Very, very kind. Leicester 0, Everton 2. How far are they into that one? That must be nearly over, mustn't it? If it was a 6 p.m. No recognised striker in the Reading 11. Bulldog dropped. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you've got some good finishers in Ajari and Elise, but yeah, a striker is a striker, isn't it? Whilst I tend to agree with Simon Jordan most of the time, I would love to see Rooney chatting. But what did he say about Rooney there? Does it? I don't really know how anyone can comment on Rooney's managerial chops, bearing in mind he's barely managed the game. So, Alex, congratulations. And yeah, we've had Lewis and Alex in the chat, Derby fans tonight, and Rampant Ram as well. Enjoy it. Really, really impressive stuff, especially in the first half. Absolute scenes in my household. Got to shoot now. Charlie agrees with Mr. E about the lack of striking options in the Reading team. Right. I'm going to shut the phone off, stop paying attention to the football, and I'll pick it back up in the morning. So come and join me tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we will do the full stream. I'll do an abridged version on Patreon afterwards. So for those people who have signed up on Patreon, I can see Charlie on there. Lewis is on Patreon. James has just signed up as well. And David as well signed up during the game. He said, Birmingham have equalised at Cardiff. Then you get the abridged version on Patreon and you can support me there. Cody has subbed here. Thank you, Blade Cody. Thank you so much for subbing to the channel. Much appreciated. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. for the stream. And I think that's it for tomorrow. We can't do Dearly Departed until that's all done. So we will let you know what's what. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks again. We need to shout out, if I can find the branding, Charlie, 30 years loyal. Here's to many more. He sponsors our watch-alongs. It was Derby 2, Swansea 0. Impressive stuff from Rooney and Derby. Looking good to get out of that bottom 3 pretty soon with performances like that. Thank you for watching, and it's over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.